The 2025 CFL season is upon us as the nation's capital, Ottawa RedBlacks, kick off against the big bad Saskatchewan Roughriders this Thursday. So here to break down the season and give us a preview of what to expect is CFL insider and my friend, Matthew Shinetti. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Brianne. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's going to be a busy summer. I mean, I think about how incredible the CFL season is going to be. A lot of parity, and then this time of year, I balance that with doing the Canadian men's national team as we get ready for the World Cup. So it's going to be a crazy summer, but I'm looking forward to it.
Always looking forward to it. So let's jump into the CFL season. Who had the best offseason in your opinion?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, certainly, and you know them as well as I do. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are going all in on a Grey Cup championship. I mean, they're now this is the 26th season we're entering that the Hamilton Tiger Cats aren't the great defending Grey Cup champions, and although they look across the way on the QEW here in Southern Ontario, and they're looking quite envious at the Toronto Argonauts. The Toronto Argonauts have a lot of subtractions now on their offense, a lot of leaders who've gone across the league and earning their paychecks with other clubs, and that tends to happen when you're the championship team. But I look at right now, and I've said this constantly, there's two ways you can look at this. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are all in, or they have a lot to lose, given how much they've invested in this season with Bo Levi Mitchell as their starting quarterback. But there is so much parity. I mean, I look across the league, and the Montreal Alouettes are very much, irrespective of the fact that they've moved on from Cody Fajardo and now hoping that Davis Alexander is their guy, they can be considered a Grey Cup favorite. The Ottawa RedBlacks have spent some cash to bring in guys like Gino Lewis and William Stanback. And that's just the East. The West is as open. I mean, this isn't going to be another season where the Winnipeg Blue Bombers seemingly, I'm not going to say they cakewalk because that's not what happens in football, but they have been the team to beat in the West for a long time. They are still, because they have gone to 4 straight Grey Cups, but the fact of the matter is this, it is wide open. From Nathan Rourke and the BC Lions to all the money that the Edmonton Elks spent, to Vernon Adams in Calgary, to what Corey Mace, the head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, is trying to build in Regina. This is the first time in a long time, Brianne, that I can say there isn't one single team that can be considered a favorite. Every single team at this point in the season, and everyone can feel excited about a Canadian Football League season in a 9-team league thinking they have a chance, but really this season it feels like everyone's starting on equal footing, and it's going to be a race all the way to November.
Okay, so even the Edmonton Elks are starting on equal footing, you're saying, this year.
Yeah, you know what? The Edmonton Elks have had a tough few years, but they have a new head coach in Mark Killam, who was the former special teams coordinator for the Calgary Stampeders. And he is a high-energy guy. And Corey Mace is this way as well, the former defensive coordinator for the Calgary Stampeders and the Toronto Argonauts. But Mark Killam, this is his first opportunity to sit at the big table with the rest of the head coaches in the Canadian Football League. And Ed Hervey, the general manager of the Edmonton Elks, has spent a lot to bring in some really, really high-profile players. But it's all on Trey Ford. Everyone has weight in the Canadian Football League, or if you're related in any sense to Canadian football, as much as there's a lot of love for Nathan Rourke, everyone has been anticipating the opportunity for Trey Ford to come into a season knowing he is the undisputed starter. And if he is as advertised, and we've seen flashes of it over the last couple of seasons, a guy who can improvise on any play, a guy who's got the arm and got the legs, but if he can come into an offense and make it his own, knowing the weapons that are around him, yeah, the Edmonton Elks can feel pretty good about their season at the start.
Amazing. Well, this is going to be an exciting year. Quickly here before we let you go, a great game to start off the season between Ottawa and Saskatchewan. Who do you like coming out on top on that one?
I mean, I always like the Riders to start the season in Regina. But this is a huge test for Drew Brown, the starting quarterback of the Ottawa RedBlacks, and his team, because they started the season really, really strong. They were the best team in the East for large swaths of the first half of the campaign, and then weren't able to win basically any game. They only won one of their last 6. So they want to come out and start strong as they did last year, but really make a statement. However, as I've already said, Corey Mace, and I've spoken to Corey Mace about this, but particularly starting quarterback Trevor Harris and starting running back A.J. Ouellette, they are desperate to bring a Grey Cup back to the prairies. And, you consider everything that's going on right now, certainly the provinces of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. This would be Although a shot in the arm probably is mitigating everything that's going on with those lovely communities out there. But the riders just do something to that province, and there's going to be a lot of energy as the community that province kind of rallies together. So I look at that first game, and I imagine that walking into New Mosaic is going to be very, very tough for the Ottawa RedBlacks, because the Saskatchewan Roughriders are going to want to give the people of that beautiful province something to cheer for.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, as always, for your insight, Matt. That's Matthew Shinetti, our friend from TSN. CTV Morning Live. We'll be right back.
The middle has a man on the post for the touchdown.